Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee with John. Looking forward to talking crypto and data. James Giancotti. Did I say that right?
Yeah. You did indeed.
Yeah, as I thought. Okay. Is with us today. He's the CEO of Oddup and Alluva, the largest global analyst marketplace for crypto assets. Okay, so we're talking data today and we're talking crypto. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do a 3-part series. So let's start. Break down data, break down crypto.
Wow, what a huge topic to ask. Well, I think the question should always ask everyone who's listening to the show is, what are they trying to achieve? And so if we look backwards and we use the second question first and the first question last, crypto is a means of data, and data, the ability to make those decisions based on those data. What does that mean? Well, it's simple as this. Looking at the data, looking at charts, looking at how a particular cryptocurrency asset's moving can help people make decisions on what they want to do with a particular crypto. Could be that you want to buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum or Solana, or you want to sell it. And so the data is crucial for them to understand, their next move. If the price is going to fall by 10%, the data will help and the charts will help you show if you just sell now and buy 10% more in 2 or 3 days.
So let's talk for a second, because we're doing a 3-part series, but why for many is crypto, and for me too, so hard to comprehend? You know what I mean? Like I'm always looking for the way to really simplify what it is. I think because I can't call the president of crypto, you know what I mean? So, so can you break it down on making it simple? Because you're using a lot of words like, oh, it's simple, but make it really simple, like for a kindergartner.
So if you've done accounting and there is an entry on one database to another database, as in I've bought something and it sits on my accounting journal, that is effectively the blockchain. One movement. And I buy something from you, you make money from me, that transaction sits on the blockchain. And the blockchains are multiple different blockchains. And I'll use Bitcoin because it's the easiest one. So crypto, or the blockchain, records every single movement of transaction that you and I have done every time we have a coffee. And we'll use coffee as an example now. That's effectively a massive ledger database on the internet. Just think of it as the most simplest way. From a more granular perspective, it's the movement of that value. So when you look at a Visa card transaction, so we buy the coffee, and there is that little fee that you charge via your payment processor. That's the fee that is the transaction fee. So there's the fee of how much it costs. That's one part, the cost of Bitcoin. And 2, versus how much it costs to move that money from you and I. And that is the mining fee. And those really 3 things would be the easiest way to explain to a child, or most importantly, my mother, who still struggles to understand this, or how this works. So it's just the recorded movement of money.
All right, recorded movement of money. I love it. Right, the recorded movement of money. Everybody say that 10 times, right, really fast. All right, so now let's talk about data for a moment, right? Mm-hmm. The power of data, and we'll get into this in our next 2 times together this week. But the number one thing that people should be using data for is
in crypto. Well, certainly is to understand where things are moving, and what that means. Forecasting, looking at where the price has moved, where the price has gone, how many people are buying, how many people are selling. All that information can make you a better decision on what you want to do. Now, I'm speaking specifically as an investor, but if you take it as a person who's just looking at what's going on, you can actually see it from how much time has this particular crypto, and I'll use blockchain, being used. The more people using this to buy coffee, are less people using this to buy coffee. And so the more popular it is, it's a bit like a company with more users. The more users, the more popularity, the more growth that it has. And it's a very simple way to look at it from a sort of a juvenile perspective of what works. But then you can go in the granular of then what you want to achieve. You can use the data to look at what you want to do with price movements, or how you want to enter a network and sort of understand how the NFT space is working. There's so much you can look at.
We're gonna get into that and our next coffee together this week and talk about how to make sense of some of the data to forecast. In the meantime, James, tell everybody where they can connect with you.
You can see me at Twitter, James Giancotti, or you can get me at oddup.com.
All right, James. We got 2 more sessions this week. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate it. Think community, if James can help you, please reach out. We're talking crypto and data all week. Thanks, everybody.